So I want to take a few minutes with you to share your testimonial to show the world how pregnancy as a single mom is possible and can be beautiful because you chose
Yes.
that. And I want to share your story of how you got here.
Awesome. I'm happy to.
Okay, awesome. So let's start at the beginning. So, what made you decide to become a single mom by choice?
Great. Yeah. So basically, I'm 42 right now. And as I was getting older, I realized that I don't know, it was getting harder to meet someone that I will feel comfortable starting a family with. I think I broke up with my last boyfriend, I don't know, when I was like 36. And to me, at that point, it felt like a lot of pressure to be like, oh, like now I have to meet someone new and I have to be like a strong relationship if I want to have kids. And in my mind, that felt a lot. So by that time, I like decided, okay, I'm just going to freeze my eggs just in case to have options. I didn't do it like thinking, oh, someday I'm gonna become like a single mom. I just wanted to have options. And yeah, and then by the time I turned 40, I was like, well, like it didn't seem to me like I was gonna meet someone right. And also like the timing didn't sum up. Like I didn't want to like meet someone and rush into it because I believe like bringing a child into the world is a lot of responsibility. Bueno, mi amor. And I felt like, well, by this time, I'd rather do it by myself than like do it with the wrong person or rushing something that didn't feel right. So yeah, that was kind of like my thinking process. And yeah, by that time I started the process and it happened really fast. And now I have my 6 month old girl. So yeah. That was my decision. I think I think it's very personal, but like for me, it felt more right for me, my personality and everything to do it by myself.
Awesome. Um, what were your biggest fears before starting IVF on your own?
Well, honestly, I think a big fear, I might sound, I don't know, like superficial. Well, not superficial, but I think money, honestly, because it's like a lot of investment. Like it's a lot of money to do it on your own. And that is still one of my concerns. Like, am I gonna have money for this to send her to school? Like, and IVF was like a big, and especially in the US, I know it's like 3 times more expensive. I did it in Chile. I was living in Chile by the time. I think that was one of my biggest fears. Am I gonna be able to afford these? And then of course, like, am I gonna go through this? Is it gonna happen or not? Like you start like, but I decided like, okay, I'm gonna try two, 3 times. And if it doesn't happen, I'm gonna let it go. That was like my way of thinking about it. So my biggest fear was like, if it doesn't happen, how am I gonna feel? And like, am I still gonna be happy? I'm gonna be trying, but I was like lucky enough that I tried one time and it happened. Yeah, I think that was like my biggest fear. I don't think I'm kind of like a big transactional person. I don't get very emotional with this. I know a lot of women do. So yeah, I think it was a fear of, am I gonna be able to afford this and is it gonna happen or not? Like it was like that uncertainty was like a fear.
Okay. So what was happening in your journey when you decided to work with me?
Well, I wanted to be as healthy as possible because I mean I was already a healthy person. I don't drink alcohol. Of course, I don't do drugs. I run a lot, or I used to, and I try to eat as healthy as I can. And I don't know. I believe like in all this process, in my way of thinking also was like the healthier I am, I'm sure the better results I'm gonna have. Like I have no doubt about it. Like I don't take a medicine at all. Like I really, really try to prioritize like sleep, food, and movement. and like spending time in nature and like, you know, supplement all the stuff that you offer in your program, to me, like if you follow that journey, the chances of this working out are extremely more possible. And in fact, like that's what happened to me. Like, I mean, when I decided to freeze my eggs, I was like very healthy. And when I did IVF, when I did the embryo transfer, is my English? Yeah. I was super healthy too. And yeah, if I could tell someone out there something, is that try to be as healthy as you can when you're gonna do it, because I do strongly believe that the chances of having good results are gonna increase like extremely. And yeah, I feel like your program just like fit exactly like with my mindset of like, you know, not only physically but mentally and emotionally. Like I feel like it's so well presented in like all the different areas that you need in order to approach all this journey, the healthier you can be. Yeah.
I like something you said, that preparing your body gave you confidence. You know, I think that especially once you're doing this alone, you need that extra layer of confidence. I mean, going into IVF is difficult.
Yes.
Doing it alone is more difficult.
Yeah.
So preparing your body and optimizing your system so that you can walk into it as confident as possible, I think is
Absolutely.
absolutely key.
I mean, I will say that's like 70% of it or even more. I mean, I know nowadays it's like easier and faster to take a pill. I don't believe in that. Bueno, mi amor, this is as real as it gets.
Yeah.
I don't believe in that journey. I believe in like, you know, take a good sleep, clean your body as much as you can, move. Like I'm like a big movement person. Like, you know, even if you do the yoga you offer in your program, or if you go running, or even if you walk 20 minutes a day, the more you can do to prepare your body. Like that was exactly the mindset I had before going into it. And honestly, it's also like a belief thing. Like I kind of like, I went into it being like, I'm sure it's going to happen. I'm sure it's going to happen. I was like but then that fear came, what if it's not? So then it's like, you know, it's working out your thoughts, and try to also stay as positive as you can. Bueno, mi amor. So yeah.
Thank you. How did the program help you during your pregnancy? What were the tools that helped you the most?
Yeah, so I told you before, and this is something that is as real as it gets as well. Like, even though I was extremely healthy, I didn't feel great during pregnancy, and I was very frustrated about it because in my mind, I thought I was gonna feel great. I was like, oh, I'm gonna be running in pregnancy and I'm gonna do like this. And the truth is I couldn't make it. And I think it's, I don't know why, honestly. I know it really depends on the body. I know I prepare myself as much as I could, but definitely, again, like I love how you prepare all the food and like all the movement lessons that you propose, and even being grateful, the mindset. And it's so easy to get organized with all the planning that you give on the program. Like, I honestly feel like following the program definitely like made me feel better during this uncertainty, and also like not feeling great, but still trying to like, you know, like follow all the steps in order to feel healthier. And again, before the IVF and during pregnancy, like the healthier you can be, I mean, it's always gonna be better. It's never gonna be, you know what I mean? Like it's always gonna sum up. It's never gonna rest. Like if you get healthier, it's gonna be like a better journey for sure. That's what I believe. So like trying hard to be healthy, I will say that's, yeah, that's the path.
I love that. So looking back now with your 6-month-old baby in your arms or at your breast, strictly speaking, what does this journey mean to you?
Wow. It's definitely like a roller coaster of emotions, I will say, because like you're extremely happy and then also exhausted. I mean, I don't know what it's like to have a baby with a partner. For now, I will never know so far. I mean, maybe I will someday, maybe I won't. Bueno, mi amor. Okay, okay. And I think it's just like a great. I think I feel grateful because the fact that we have this option now, it's like extreme. Like I don't know, like women didn't have this option before, so that means a lot to me having the option to do this on my own. I will say it's definitely not easy, and it was like the first couple of months you have to have some kind of help because especially after birth, like your body, everything feels out of place. Bueno, mi amor. So, yeah, I will say I feel like very all the emotions, but extremely grateful to like have the option to have her and like being able to fulfill a dream, even though it doesn't fit the like the society expectations or the more like obvious option, which is having a baby with a partner. So yeah, I will say all the emotions, but mostly grateful. That's what it means, and like very blessed. Yeah.
Very blessed. Okay. So what would you tell a woman who's considering becoming a single mom by choice and is about to start IVF?
I will say definitely it's not easy. So think about it very hard. It's a very personal experience, to be honest. So I wouldn't want to like give like a wrong impression. Definitely doable. Again, like if you have some kind of support, because I mean, I don't have daily support in the sense of like I do all by myself, and I'm like lucky enough to have a remote job and flexible, so I'm able to provide for her in that sense. Like I don't have to send her to daycare. My parents live close by, and my sister too, so they come like a couple of hours, like for some days. I will say like I think it's very important to know yourself in the sense of I knew I'm very independent, extremely independent woman, and like in that, like I know a lot of women feel lonely after giving birth. I knew that was I know myself. I knew that was not going to be a problem for me, and it's not. It hasn't been. So I don't know. I will say think carefully, know yourself, to be honest and be like, am I gonna be able to handle this? Although you don't know until you're there, so like you still have to try and see how you feel. But definitely make sure you have some kind of support system around, especially the first 2-3 months. And like honestly, economics are important too. Like you need to have health insurance. I'm very transactional, so that's what like makes my life, safer. I have health insurance for her. We're healthy. Like I can provide. I guess what I'm trying to say is I'm not that emotional. I know some girls when they froze their eggs, they felt very upset because they were hoping to do that with a partner. So like. You know what I mean? They got very emotional. They were very upset. They were sad. So, and that's very valid, I guess. Like, it's not wrong. It's just like, but I guess like if you think like you're gonna be very sad, maybe think twice if you really want to do it, because like at the end of the day, you want to be happy with the choice. So you know what I mean? Like, and again, like I feel like you're never gonna know 100% sure how you're gonna feel until you're there. So what I will also definitely say is that if you're not sure about it, definitely freeze your eggs. Because if you later on don't want to do it, that's okay. But if you don't have healthy young eggs, you won't be able to do it anyway. So that's what I always tell women who ask me. If you're not sure and you have the money to freeze your eggs, like, do it, because you have options later on. And then if you don't want to do it, you can just throw them away, because it's not an embryo, it's like eggs. You know what I mean? It's different.
Totally. Absolutely.
Yeah. So yeah, I hope that helps. But it's such a personal experience that I think you have to do like the inner work. Definitely go to therapy. I do therapy. So in order to process what you're doing, because it's huge.
Yeah, I like that you are proactive and that you know exactly your capacity and then where you need extra support for extra, right? Like you had my support during your pregnancy, you have therapy on the side, you have your family supporting.
Yes.
So you're very strategic and very real about your resources, internal resources, outside resources, and other people resources, because having a baby takes a village. And I'm so happy that you're very real about this.
Yes, yeah, I will never say, oh, yes, you it. It's like, no, 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 no. It's very hard, like very hard. And yeah, you need some kind of help. And again, like you for the healthy part, therapy for processing everything you're doing. And like, honestly, the first few days, you need help to go to the bathroom. So,
Absolutely. Yeah, you need logistics. Yeah, that's for
you need
sure.
logistics. And also like you need food. You need healthy food as you have in your program. So if you know you're not going to be able to cook, which that happened to me, like I have a girl here who can cook for me. So where I live, those kind of services are not very expensive. If you have someone that can clean your house and cook for you, whoa, like, because maybe if you have a partner, your partner will do that for you. But if you don't, I will say like get very practical, like get someone to do your cleaning, your laundry and your cooking, and you're like 1,000 steps ahead.
That's true. That's true. And
That's what I'm
also,
saying.
yeah.
Like,
And also, while you're pregnant, make good foods and freeze them so that at postpartum, you can go to your beloved freezer and thaw whatever you need and it's ready to go. So
absolutely.
that's a
Yeah,
really good
yeah.
thing to remember.
Yeah, everything you offer in your program in terms of food, like if you can have that ready for postpartum, you're gonna be like on the
Yeah.
other side.
Yeah. That's
To be
awesome.
honest.
Okay, last question before,
Yes,
because I know you need to go.
that's
What would you
okay.
say to someone, a single mom who wants to be a single mom by choice, who is considering the fertility and the pregnancy solution, both my pregnancy and my fertility programs, to increase her chances and also to optimize her body and her health and her happiness during pregnancy?
I will definitely say like the sooner you start, the better. Like I will say like if you're not 100% sure you want to do it yet, I feel like the sooner you start with your program and all the thing. I think honestly, I don't even think your program is only for pregnancy. I think it's like for life in general. Like at least, bueno, mi amor, ya vamos. At least that's what I try to do, like in my life, the way I try to approach it. So I will say definitely, give me 1 second. The sooner you start with the program, the better. Like if you, let's say you're 35 now, you're listening to this, you don't even think about becoming a single mom yet, but you know, you don't oppose to it. Like you're like, well, maybe if like in a few years, like I haven't found a partner, maybe it's a choice for me. I will definitely say start the program now, because the healthier you get to the IVF process, like I strongly believe the more chances you have. So I will say don't wait until you want to do it to start optimizing your health. Like with your program, I will say start now, because even if you never do the IVF program, it's good for your body anyway. You know what I mean? So you're not going to lose anything if you do the program and then you don't become a single mom. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Um,
that's true. Nobody
but
has ever regretted unveiling the best version of
exactly.
themselves. Yeah.
You're not going to regret it. You're going to be investing in your health. And if like in 2 years later, you do decide to become a single mom, trust me, your body is going to respond better. I mean, because that's what it is, you know? I can tell you I was extremely healthy when I did everything. And it only took one chance. Like I didn't have to go through it like many times. I can't say for sure that was because I was healthy, but I strongly believe it was one of the reasons. You know, I don't drink alcohol. Again, like I eat very healthy, like everything that you have on your program, I follow, and it just happened. You know what I mean? So it has to have some kind of power.
Absolutely. Healthy babies come from healthy parents, that's for sure.
Exactly. I strongly believe that, strongly. So yeah, I will definitely say the sooner you start, the better. That's my advice.
I love that. Let's end
Yeah.
with that. Like the
Yeah.
sooner you start, the better. Go take
Yeah.
care of yourself before, prepare before so that you don't panic later. And
Yeah.
you don't come to me like many women that wanted to get pregnant yesterday and are struggling. So
Exactly.
let's
Exactly.
prepare. Awesome.
Yeah.
I love this. Well, it was a pleasure talking to you and
Thank
seeing your
you,
baby. Thank you
Sonia.
so much. We're going to let you go because I know your baby needs
Yeah,
you.
no, that's okay. I really appreciate you. Also,
Thank you.
Was great when she knew I was a single mom. She was extremely helpful with me. So I'm forever thankful.
Thank
And yeah, and that's very important too, to work with someone that is a human, like very human and loving. I mean that also like it's huge.
you. It does take a village, and I'm
Yeah.
so, so honored to be part of your village and the village of your daughter.
Thank you so much,
Thank you
Sonia.
so much. Take care. Bye.
Bye.